Well, what a road it's been. We started off in the League 2. We won the league the first season. We went straight back up to League 1 and of course won the league once again. Then in the Championship we finished 3rd place and then 2nd place to get promotion to the Premier League. 10th and 11th place before this season, our final season, finishing 2nd place just behind Manchester United at the final leg. Unfortunately, we haven't won the competition. We haven't won the Prem, but we've taken this side from League 2 all the way to the top. We've made some legends along the way. We've had some good times, we've had some bad times, and we're going to end it on a high today with the final game of the season review, the season awards, and looking back at the best players we've had, Salford City. Welcome to the finale of Salford in the Prem. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 36th episode, the final episode of the FM22 Salford in the Prem save with me, Raxo FM. Where today we are versing Millwall, going over this season and going over our history at Salford City after a long season of being at the top all the way, just falling down at the final hurdle. Manchester United were just too good, and if you take a look at every other Premier League season that has occurred in the save, you know, I'm assuming we're going to get something around 87 points. Last season would have been enough. Season before would have been enough. Not that season. Yeah, definitely not that season. Okay, but the last 2 years, focus on that. Would have been enough. But this year, just too good. Drop some points here and there, and we're not going to win the league. But we have done an insane job to get where we are, and I want some love on this final episode of the entire save. People have come from far and wide to watch this save. It has been an incredible journey. I've loved every minute of it, and I can't thank you guys enough for getting me to 1,000 subscribers during the save. A dream of mine that I genuinely never thought was possible. During this time, I've also got my first full-time job. My life has absolutely changed for the better throughout doing the save. Last year as well, Salford boosted my channel in a way I couldn't have ever imagined. So I'm just stoked to be here once again, saying goodbye to the save and thanking you guys and asking you if you are enjoying the save, and if you have enjoyed the save, and if you want to see more content from me, please make sure you do like this video as well as subscribing to the Rex FM YouTube channel. We will have a new FM save coming as soon as I can possibly think about what I'm going to do. And can we please smash 10 likes to celebrate the end of an era, the end of the Salford save, and the end of this beautiful series. I couldn't think of another thing to say. I just started saying this beautiful, and I was like, oh no, yeah, think of something to say. But I thought of something. I think I saved it, but you know, me explaining my thinking kind of ruined it. But we now are playing our final game of this year against Millwall, and this is a team that we're going with for it. You're looking at it, and you're probably thinking, Rexo, what are you doing? Mate, this game means nothing. And if you're telling me that Toure isn't getting a run around, then you're crazy. If you're telling me Calderon, our captain, is not getting a run around, you're absolutely mad. If you're telling me, well, he starts every game anyway, Fagan Walcott, despite the fact that he's 2.5-star current ability, this man has single-heartedly saved this save in terms of winning games, in terms of scoring goals, in terms of just being a general legend. Fagan Walcott is your man. We love him with all our heart. Let's jump into the final game of this season and of this save. Obviously, I keep saying that over and over again, but hey, like, I gotta be confirming it. You know, this is the final game. You never know. I mean, there is a small chance I'll do follow-up videos on this save because I just do love it so much. I did mention in the last episode, if you want me to do season by season, you know, I'll do the transfer window, edit the tactics, and then just simulate the save and tell you what happens in the season. I could potentially do that. Not promising anything though. But if you want to see it, I might do it. I probably will just do it for one save. So it's a realistic bet. I'm hyping up that this is the final episode. Probably not the last time you're seeing this Salford save, but it's the last like designated video like this. So it's an emotional time. So the build-up is deserved, and the first opportunity almost led to a goal. Second opportunity is collected well by the Millwall goalkeeper. Clears it long. Toure can't win the header there. Drenty wins it though. And now we are able to attack. And you know when you pass it back to the goalkeeper, it leads to a goal. Football Manager, this is the last game of the season. Please make sure that you let that be true. Martin playing it back into Ibenkovic. Ibenkovic to Martin. Find some space. Gomez. And he now has broken the record for the most goals by a Salford City player in one season. Who was the holder? It was Richard Rodell. Rodell Richards, sorry. I've got the other wrong way around. Rodell Richards, from our first season, he scored 33 in the league, and now Gomez has scored 34. Surely going to win the top goal scorer and going to become a club legend of Salford City. Come on, boys. Already 1-0. A good victory lap that's going on right now. And I know that we haven't even won the Prem, but come on. This is an achievement and a half. Second place. I mean, it does make me want to do one more save. That's exactly why I think I'm probably going to simulate water season and just do the transfer window and tell you about it. And yeah, but this final episode like this, so you know, got to show it some love. Come on. Happy with the performance so far. Nothing too insane, but a very convincing lead so far. Nothing too shaky defensively either, it doesn't look like. Can we add to the tally here with Martin playing it into Watson? Watson back to Fagan Walcott. Surely a lot of these players are being inducted into the best 11, because we've had some insane performances this year. And I still think our best 11 is not a fair reflection of our best 11 at all. But they're attacking us now. Don't concede. We've conceded. And it is a player that used to play for this club. Shout out to Iheanacho. Good on you for scoring. Could have done that another game though, you know, maybe not during our victory lap. Toure in the squad, Martin Calderon. I'd love it if one of them scored in this game. That would be beautiful. Fagan Walcott moving it forward. I think Toure's the only one that I'm probably being a bit crazy for playing. But, you know, Calderon's definitely got a lot in his locker still. Watson looking for a ball, finds Martin into the mixer. Elliott finishes it. A man that didn't look like the best signing for some time has finally come good in our last season. And now we are 2-1 up. And I think I've got to make a tactical substitution. And it's the usual one. It's Tahi. He's not been bad. He's not been insane. But we're going to bring him off. So we'll bring Garry on. I think Garry is the best rotation option you can realistically have. He is so good playing in central midfield, left wing, even striker if you need him. Really good player. And I'm stoked that I signed him all the way back in last season. They're now throwing it in. Can't win the header though. And it is them potentially attacking us now. If they score, if we draw this game, it will just be absolutely gutting. Because, you know, you want to have a nice final game of this save. But you never know what's going to happen in Football Manager, do you? Watson, trying to play it forward. It's not a very good pass. I have a feeling we're going to win it back, though. They're going to smash it forward. They're going to panic. Panic. Look at the panic. Oh, okay, there was no panic there. But the panic there, Toure almost winning the header, puts enough pressure on to almost get us to win the ball. But they're still knocking it around. And it makes me think, yeah, this might be their chance. It's definitely their chance. Luckily, we've got Henderson there to save it. Kovar, mate, imagine if Kovar was still in our team. Oh, he's just as much of a legend as Fagan Walcott, realistically. He just doesn't get the recognition. To be fair, he did, you know, want to leave the club, whereas Fagan Walcott has been insanely loyal the entire time. So, you know, maybe there's that Kovar. Maybe if you weren't so selfish all the time, and then you would still be knocking around this team. Not Henderson. But Henderson has been a pretty good signing. Calderon plays it back into Watson, into Martin. Gomez to put the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake for this final game of the save. He manages to make it 3-1. I think I've got to make yet another substitution. I think a player that does deserve a run around in this last game, it's got to be Silva. We love Silva. He's been good so far. And my last ever substitute is going to be a young man by the name of Atalay. Because I think that he has got an insane potential, insane future ahead of him. And it is difficult because he is kind of, you know, playing in the same position as one of our best players, Watson. What a free signing he was. But he definitely deserves more game time than he's gotten recently. So we'll give him a run around for the last game of the season. You never know what will happen. He could score. He could keep a clean sheet for the last 17 minutes. That's probably the more likely of the two things. But you never know. It's Football Manager. I didn't think we'd get into second place this year. I definitely didn't think we would drop the lead when we were winning all season long. But hey, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, is this Calderon? It is Calderon. Please. That would have been beautiful. The goalkeeper read it from a mile away, though. He was scrambling across very early. But that would have been golden if he managed to put that into the top corner, scored the goal for us, and managed to leave a serious stamp on the history of Salford City. But with only 5 minutes to go, I think that this is all she wrote. A 3-1 win is a very respectable result. 87 points is a very respectable margin to be ending a season with, Silva. Calderon might not be over just yet, actually. Gomez still on a hat-trick. That would be a good way to end the save for you, mate. Ziggy, shooting it forward. We intercept. Martin into Gomez for the hat-trick. He's rolled it just wide of the post. And I think that's probably a good metaphor for our season. Really good. Just not quite enough at the final mark. At least we've won the game, though. 3-1. What a performance all throughout the year. An incredible season. And now we have to go over the awards, season review, all that good stuff. That's why you're all here, realistically. And I'm really interested to see where some of our former players are, what they're doing with their life, and who is going to be in our final best 11. I am looking forward to just grilling it, because I think it will be so wrong, because for the entire save it has been just massively off, just absolutely stupid. And this year, we do have the season review. New arrivals. We made some insane signings this year. James Trafford not being one of them. That hasn't been terrible. Drenthe, definitely one of them. So happy I picked him up. This man as well, looking like a really good one for the future. Watson's been insane. Atalay should not be signing of the season. Watson should be. But, okay, we'll go with it. Gutierrez, decent player. Ampadu, decent player. Henderson, decent player. I'd say that the best signing was definitely Watson, for the fact that, he was free and has been insane. Rodrigo, good to see him getting some form out there. I mean, I can't really remember all these players, to be honest. It's mainly because I think I released most of them, to be honest. But hey, they've all been a part of the save. We've got an A+ rating for that. Biggest win was 5-0. Match to remember was 4-0. And the goal of the season came from Hammer, a player that I sold as soon as he scored that goal. We got more sponsorship than ever, less broadcast revenue, more corporate and hospitality, more competition prize money, of course, and less match day commercial and retail. Gomez, Martin, Elliott, Garry, and Ivankovic getting the biggest shirt sales. Good to see. Lots of merchandise sales. This is our best 11 for the season. I think I agree with it completely. Gomez, Tahi, Martin, Ivankovic, Elliott, Douglas Luiz, Watson, Gutierrez, Drenthe, Fagan Walcott, and Henderson. What a squad that is. Our best ever team. Player of the season, of course, Gomez. Young player of the season, of course, Gomez. Signing of the season, Atalay. It's got to be Watson. Goal of the season goes to him. Top goal scorer, Gomez. Most assists, Martin. Most man of the match awards goes to Gomez, as well as highest average rating, Martin Calderon. Most passes completed per 90. Mate, he's just always popping up for something. And of course, it's our highest finish ever. Well done to the boys. And this is our final best 11. And I think the fact that Farid Gomez is not in the team is absolute just sin. It's terrible. It's just how Hunter is still knocking around in the team is beyond me. I think if I was to pick the best 11, Kovar, Bogle, Fagan Walcott. Yeah, I think Jones would just get in for me. Toure 100%, Robson 100%, Calderon 100%. Elliott, yes. Then I think I'd chuck Martin on the left-hand side. No, I'd probably chuck Elliott on the left-hand side and chuck Martin on the right-hand side. Walker up top, yes. And then I'd have Farid Gomez and Cam. That's what I'd do personally, because I think that is a better representation of what this best 11 should look like. Tyrese John Jules also did a lot for us. The fact that he's never been in the best 11 is beyond me, but I think that's not the worst I've ever seen from Football Manager. A couple of players I would switch up, but the fact that Martin isn't even on the bench is pretty bad in my opinion. Club Vision, next year, they want us to do all that. I mean, we can do it. They want us to just finish in the top half. Top half. If I end up doing that next season, Lord knows we are going for the Premier League title. Like, it's just going to be happening. Let's try and get to the knockout rounds. There we go. I mean, I reckon we could push for some serious quality in the Champions League. We need a bigger squad, though. This transfer window would need to be important. If I do get, the love suggesting that you want me to do another season, we do have players that are looking like they have won awards. Gomez wins English Football Player of the Year with 35 goals in 35 games, 4 assists as well. He is, of course, the Players' Player of the Year, the Young Player of the Year, I imagine, yes, as well as the top goal scorer, smashing the player behind him, Yeboah, by 9 goals. Courtois named his division Golden Glove, with Henderson not far behind him. I do definitely need a new goalkeeper next year. And plenty of players in the best 11. Gomez, Watson and Gutierrez. We've had a good year. We have had a good year, haven't we? And look, the save as a whole, been successful. I've loved it. I hope that you've loved it too. Please tell me now that we're in the Champions League. Gomez doesn't have that. Oh, it's still a thing. Really hoping. Stadium expansion plans though. They want us to add 10,000 seats. So new capacity, 30,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, the City of Manchester Stadium. Why don't we just buy that? It looks a lot better than the stadium that we're currently in. Okay. In terms of the last look at the club, general information, and the favoured personnel and all of that, I think it's disrespectful that some people haven't been on here. But of course, I'm a legend. Fagan Walcott's a legend. Touré's a legend. I think Calderon and Kovar should probably at least be in favoured personnel and icons. But Peter Lim's the only other player that manages to get in there. In terms of how we've done this in this entire save, it's been incredible. We've come such a long way. We've done an incredible job. And we've ended up being a Premier League side that is competing for titles. Didn't win one though. But I've loved it. Every single minute of it. Hope that you guys at home have done too. Please let me know if you want me to continue doing those like season reviews, because I might just do that, to be honest, because I still love this save. Make sure to smash the like button if you have enjoyed it. I'll see you all later.